What is going on, everybody? My name is Ciara Lawler. Welcome back to another week of Weird News Wednesdays. This is the Heroes for Hire podcast. We are back again talking all the strangest news stories from around the world. We talk about the news that the real news is too afraid to talk about. As always, I am joined by my partner in crime, Mr. Shaun Mead. Shaun, how's it going?
Connor, I'm not gonna lie. I'm operating at about, I would say, 140% today. So
that could have gone two ways. You could have come in and be like, "Oh, I'm having a tough day, boy."
Because I feel like this show rapidly is just becoming me venting and getting free therapy.
I will be honest, Weird News has devolved quite a lot to just like, what's Shaun done this week and how can we help him?
It started off as a show with a lot of structure where you would look at all of the weirdest news stories from around the world. You would then read all of those stories out to me, a man who has been too busy, I suppose, bettering himself to look at any weird news. Is that what? To be honest
with you, there hasn't been too much of that.
Weird news or bettering myself? Because
I'm going to leave it up to the listeners.
Okay, listeners, there hasn't been much weird news this week, but we will do our best. But then I don't know. It's nice to have a chat with a friend of a Wednesday evening, Connor.
Yeah, and I'm having a chat with one of my friends after the show finishes. But for now, I have to talk to you, Shaun. For too real, it hurts me.
And it keeps me up at night, that statement.
If this is your first episode, or if this is your 50th episode, we would really enjoy if you gave us a like and review, whatever podcast platform that you're listening to this on. It would just really help us out. Don't know how it does it, but algorithms are affected by thumbs up. We don't know. We're not smart enough to figure it out.
They are also affected by thumbs down, I will say, but don't test that. But that is how algorithms work, is that thumbs up or thumbs down does hold sway.
If you give a thumbs up to your computer, it'll run better. That's how I work it.
Yeah, you have to look straight into your webcam and just give a thumbs up and say approve, and then everything will just go great for you.
That's my Northern virus thing. I just point at it and I give it a thumbs up, and the computer's like, all right, lad, fair play. Okay, no more cookies for you.
Let all these Trojan horses in, it'll be grand.
So Shaun, we've got to move into weird news this week, and what I'm doing is we're starting with possibly a follow-up to one of the earliest stories we ever talked about on the show, and it involves one of our weird marriages.
So it's not we talked about the hologram marriage not too long ago. Mm-hmm. We've had, is it the man who married the very realistic sex doll?
No.
Is it a pirate ghost?
For people not in context, we've talked about a lot of weird fucking marriages.
Is it the duvet? Is it the aeroplane? Is it the Eiffel Tower?
The woman who married her duvet. Yeah, I forgot about that one. No, I have woman who married zombie doll bride.
Oh, I remember this. It's fucked.
Well, Shaun, look, she's married a zombie doll bride. You know how it is. But here's the thing. Once you get married, after a few years, I mean, you might start thinking about children. Start thinking about what we need to bring the next generation into this zombie doll bride human hybrid marriage.
This does raise a lot of questions because, one, how do you have a baby with a doll? Mm-hmm. Second, how do you have a baby with a zombie? Third, how do you have a baby with a zombie doll? And also, I think that zombie doll was like child-sized, I think. It's very small.
Is anyone a zombie bites technically a zombie child?
No, because you become infected and you are your own zombie.
So it's not a vampire situation where you sire somebody. It's more just free for all.
This isn't a vampire thrall situation, Connor.
That's a sentence you never thought you'd say.
This is more like if the rat in Ratatouille went on someone else's head and started pulling the controls.
What a quick reference.
The zombie virus is that rat.
I can see you in iZombie or World War Z.
I think I would make it to the end in any zombie movie.
Absolutely not. I'd be coming for you. So I have woman attracted to objects starts dream family of 9 after marrying zombie doll bride.
9?
Yeah.
9?
Yeah. Felicity Rossi, 23, has welcomed her 6th zombie doll children into the world. As obviously she fell in love and married her soulmate Kelly Rossi in 2018, Shaun.
We covered this story.
The show.
Yeah, it was like early days. It was a. We were all very excited for the wedding. We didn't get an invite, but that's understandable.
And now she has 6 zombie doll children.
So the children, but are they? Oh no, because they're dolls. Sorry, they're fabricated. But
these children are not humans.
No, I know.
They're not living.
Well, thank you for clarifying that. Okay. But like, did they come as zombies? Oh, if a woman.
So she bought a separate doll and then put the zombie doll and made it like bite it.
Yeah. Like it has to spread, surely, or else it's just another zombie. Here's a question, okay? If a woman was 9 months pregnant, right, and got bitten by a zombie, what happens to the baby? Is it a zombie baby?
I think you get a Blade situation. If anyone hasn't seen that movie, Blade's mother gets bitten by a vampire while she's about, and then she gives birth while dying, and then he's half vampire, half human. I think you get a hybrid.
What do you get as a half human, half zombie? Like,
you're just a slow walker, but you have just all the general other things of a human.
Do you have the hunger? Do you have the insatiable hunger?
Yeah, but it's for like noodles.
Oh, I have that.
No!
Oh, ma'am, it's Shaun here.
I have questions. So Felicity, she's had the love of her life now for a few years. Finally, she's gotten into the world of just being a mother, which she always wanted. So now she's got 6 children, including Rachel, who's 10, Holly, Billy, Luna, who are all 8, Molly, who's 6, and Gremley, who's 3, Shaun.
Gremley?
Gremley.
I mean, they really ran out of names for Gremley, didn't they?
Rachel, Holly, Billy, Luna, Molly, John, Frank, Gremley.
Oh, I fucking hate feeding them after midnight. I mean,
this is a fairly fucking grim situation. Grimly. Grimly.
So wait, the oldest kid is like 10? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
And then she got married at 23?
Yeah.
And how old is she now? It's been 4 years, so she's 27.
So she is 23 now. She got married when she was 19, I think, or 20.
And the kid is 10?
The kid is 10, yeah.
Okay. I don't know about the intricacies of zombie children and how they age, but I'm pretty good at math. Actually, I'm not, but I know maths, and that doesn't check out.
Now, this might surprise you, right? So, if I think this story surprises you, but I mean, there's a lovely photo, by the way, a family photo of them online. If you'd like to look it up, I think it's an absolutely lovely photo, just for the Christmas card.
What do you think is the most succinct Google search here? Zombie doll family?
Zombie doll family, zombie doll bride children.
Woman starts family after marrying her zombie doll bride. Here we go.
Here we go. Okay, let's see what you think of the family portrait.
Oh, I hate this. This is awful.
What are you talking about? It's the family you're talking about. That is a disgraceful comment to make about somebody's family.
No. These are not this looks like a setup for a haunted house.
Well, just when you think it can't get worse, Shaun, she's also entered a polyamorous relationship with a 6-foot doll called Robert. Who Felicity is claiming is 24, and he shares her bed with the two as their children sleep standing in the corner.
What? No! Look, if you're going to go in on this dynamic, at least have boundaries in it.
Give them all their own bedroom.
Yeah, don't just leave the kids standing in the corner. That's ridiculous. Like, it's just a bunch of horrifying zombie mannequins, but then they're wearing like regular kids' clothes.
Just chilling. So one of them has a Mickey Mouse doll in the picture I have.
Yeah. Oh, that's here. And it just looks like a bunch of dead children that she's hanging around
and
with.
She's like way taller than them all.
Yeah.
They're all dolls.
Oh, there's himself. There's the 6-foot doll.
There's himself.
What the hell, man?
Yeah. He's got a bit of charm about him, so he does. So Robert does.
He looks very, I don't know, not human.
Well, he's a zombie sex doll, Shaun.
You're putting sex onto this, first of all.
I mean, what else is she using them? Not for day trips, like.
Yeah, she wants to cheap into the cinema, maybe, get the family discount.
No, that's worse. You ever brought multiple people to the cinema at once? You're upwards of €60. Easy.
But you might get, there might be a family deal on that you get 4 people in, so you bring the mannequins and then you invite your friends later. And then
how do you bring them in? You have to attach them all to like one pole, like, and you have it on your back. So you just walk in a line. And
it's like your arms are connected to theirs, so you're all moving at the same time. I've seen Weekend at Bernie's.
The world's biggest trench coat, of course.
So is this woman, like, is she happy, do you think?
She's as happy as anyone can possibly be, Shaun. I mean, she's found the love of her life. She's in a polyamorous relationship. She has Robert there as well. Multiple children. All happy family. Nobody's even fighting with each other.
Not great company, though, are they?
Well, look, she says that she can communicate with them through dreams.
No, she can't. No, that's called having a dream.
I don't think so.
If I went to bed and there were all of my zombie children standing around the bottom of it, I'd wager I'd have a fucking dream about them.
There'd be nothing else you'd think about.
No, it'd be like in The Simpsons, like, can't sleep, clown will eat me. That's what I would have every day of my goddamn life.
It's just, it would never leave you. If they're always in the room, constantly, what else would you dream about?
Freedom, maybe? I also don't know, like, that's a lot of moving around in the day. Because the original doll spouse, right? I'd throw it under your arm, carry it around the house with you, bit of company, whatever. Lockdown must have been fascinating for this woman, by the way. But then, when you get like 6 other dolls to carry around, you're over and back the whole time into the bedroom, putting them in the sitting room. Like, it's a lot of cardio, Connor, and that's my main issue with the story.
That's your main issue. That's absolutely fine. It also speaks more about you, really.
Well, look, which one of us is really alive?
She says, I married Kelly in my backyard in September 2018. She is my zombie doll wife, and Robert is now my fiancé. I first met Robert when I saw him online, just like my wife Kelly. I mean, it can't be through Tinder. I realised it was love because I had a crush on him when I had met him previously in a spirit world.
I mean, I don't know how far I want to go in on that statement. Because
there's a lot going on there.
There is a lot to unpack in that sentence. None of this happened around Halloween, did it? Like the spirit
September, going into October.
Could have wandered into a local Halloween store having a sale. Met Robert. Also, right, polyamory, that's fine. If that works for you, go ahead, right? But I don't know, legally, is zombie doll polygamy, as in 2 marriages, is that allowed?
Oh, interesting. She has one fiancé, one marriage. But yeah, is it allowed in amongst the zombies?
It might be fine in zombie society, but they're very firmly living in, I believe, like the UK, I think it is it?
I have another follow-up.
Oh, right? Go ahead.
Polyamorous relationships, fair fucks to you, boy. If the 2 of you agree to it, go on ahead, right? Who am I to stop and judge, right?
Yeah.
But one person's agreed to this. The other 2 have no say.
That is also true.
So if they disagreed with that as a lifestyle, how would they know? How could they tell her?
That's it, like only through the dreams, but she's the one who interprets those dreams.
She interprets her own dream. Well, when he said he didn't want this, he probably meant he did.
Well, in the dream, she sat me down and said, no, I don't want a polyamorous relationship. And I took that to mean go ahead.
Playing hard to get, as usual.
So, yeah, that's a very good question. You know, all parties have to agree for a setup like that to work.
Yeah.
But I wager, like, fair enough, they can each talk to her. But these 2 zombie dolls cannot talk to each other. Because even if we take the dream argument, neither of them can dream. Right?
Well, I think they've given up on their dreams long ago.
I mean, maybe.
Set up.
Is that a cutting criticism of marriage from Ciara Lawler?
No, I think this is my... I love if this was the one that... Now, time for my cutting-edge commentary.
It's the time you drop your I love love t-shirt and say no.
I hate it. My family are involved in my daily life, she says. I sing to them, I cook with them, I eat with them, and take them out for air one at a time.
Because of the cardio.
Yes.
So, this woman's food waste must be sky high. Also,
I mean, is she giving them food?
What do zombies eat, Connor?
Is she giving them bits of herself?
That's how you make this story entirely fucked.
Oh.
What's she giving them bits of other people?
Oh, she's killing people to feed to the dolls.
Yeah, she's killing just people wandering around the hills at night.
Yeah.
Bringing them home.
All these males and females turning up at her house being like, I'd love to get in a relationship with you. She's like, yeah, kill them. Give them to the dolls.
And like, look, let's not put murder on this woman. We probably shouldn't start doing that to people.
Let's put murder on everyone.
But what if she ever, like, just gets rid of the dolls? What's the story there? What is this marriage? What is the marriage?
I mean, I don't know, but I just have the update that they're now in a happy relationship with a family of 6. And then they also have, they have like technically a stepdad, like in the polyamorous relationship setup. So
that is
3 in a minute.
3 in a minute, and then the 6 kids. So 9 altogether.
Yeah, but that's pretty good though, because then you have 2 arms for each kid. Because that's always what happens if you have like you run out of arms. Because if there's 2 of you can 4. But if you have 6 kids, you run out of arms. Like,
I would pay €1,000 for you to impersonate a family planner one day. And you just be like, now lads, no more than 2, all right? Because here's a little trick that you learn in family planning school.
Look to your left, look to your right. How many arms do you have?
Oh, fuck, he has got a point.
Those fuckers will run. They'll run everywhere. You need them.
If you think you're going to have a particularly active child, you're going to need both arms for one.
So Shaun, I just wanted to bring you this. It's all love, right? And this woman is clearly madly in this loving relationship, and who are we to judge? But at the same time, can anyone else consent to this other than her? I don't know.
That's the thing. Yeah, no, look, we're having a laugh and everything like that. If she's not hurting anyone, what about it? Yeah. But yeah, consent has to come up when zombie doll brides are brought into the picture.
That's all we're saying. That's my neck tattoo. Sorry
to get too woke all of a sudden.
Those zombies deserve a choice. We're going to have to move on, Shaun, to our next piece of news. And this is a weird news story sent in to us by one of our patrons. Mr. David Clarke.
David Clarke, thank you very much, David
and
Clarke.
I very much love when the listeners do this. They send stuff in, and it saves me time and effort, to be honest.
But also it gives us like a different like echo chamber that because we get a lot of like Irish, an Irish lens on all of the weird news, I imagine. So it's good to get an outside look.
David has sent in something that really stood out to me, because I have kleptomaniac cats may be operating as a gang of thieves.
Beautiful. Oh, David, you've hit the nail on the head there. This is our kind of story.
Never have I seen a headline more suited to our dumbness.
I mean, okay, kleptomaniac cats, gang of thieves. All right, cat burglars, the obvious thing.
Sitting there.
What are they stealing, if you don't mind me asking?
2 kleptomaniac cats who have been operating as petty thieves in Tauranga are so similar in their misdemeanours that the owners think that they may be accomplices working together in a cat gang. So Candice Purcell's cat Snow has been stealing for 7 years, whereas Marcia Martin's cat Gary has been a thief for most of his 14 years.
So has Gary corrupted Snow here? Like Snow was like the rookie who came in.
Gary's the old man with the cigarette. All right, kid, one last job.
That's literally it, because Gary's like he's an old gangster, And like he doesn't care who knows his name, but Snow is like it's a code name that
It's a
they've
code.
made
Yeah, he's
up.
like, my name's fucking Gary. What you want to do about it?
Yeah, try and stop me.
The two cats lived near each other in Beretta for years, although Gary recently moved to a neighbouring suburb with his family. Purcell thinks Snow and Gary may have been prowling the area together at night as a gang because they target the same goods.
Do you say goods or guns? You broke up a little. Goods. Okay, thank God. Because if these two cats were being armed...
We'd have to give them the planet. I now bow down to our new cat overlords.
So what goods are they coveting, though?
Snow used to steal from the neighbours, breaking in through the top floor windows. Now she goes further afield. I think she used to head down to the road where Gary lived too. The two cats mainly target clothes, particularly socks and underwear. Over the years, Snow has stolen hundreds of socks.
Oh my God.
Yes.
That's impressive for a 7-year career for a cat, I would say.
Once she stole 30 pairs of socks in 1 week.
That's a sizable amount of the hundreds. Like,
she really likes to pair them up. Sometimes you would come in with one sock and then later there's a pair.
So Snow goes out looking for the matching pair.
I mean, it's a job half done up until that point.
It's like an honour amongst thieves kind of thing, that you don't want to leave someone looking for their other sock. You'll just take the whole thing.
Maybe this is the answer to all of our questions of where does our sock go in the laundry.
Maybe, but I don't know how many... it can't all be attributed to Snow. Or any other kleptomaniac cat.
She also takes lacy underwear and men's boxers.
Oh, bit of a pervert, are we, Snow?
You're a pervert now, Father. Snow's most recent haul included a kitchen mop, which Purcell says was quite heavy.
Yeah. Wait. Handle and everything, or just like the head
I'm
of the
thinking
mop?
the top. But even the top, if it's wet.
Yeah, she hardly stole a wet mop head, though, did she?
Oh, I mean, she's putting that in the bucket, wetting it up, cleaning the floor, and then leaving. Honor amongst thieves.
Well, wet bandits, how are you?
Exactly.
Okay. So, and is Gary then just operating as like the... I don't know, like the enforcer? He's the tough guy?
I mean... We'll get to Gary in a minute, Sean. I'm setting the scene with Snow, okay? Because one morning, Purcell even woke up to the stench of body odour after Snow brought in a man's work shirt. Most of the stuff she steals is clean, but sometimes she brings back unwashed stuff, and that's not very pleasant. Particularly if it's underwear. I mean, what are you to do with that?
Do you wash it and give it back? Is it weird to give it back? How do you give it back?
She also steals lots of children's clothes, has a thing for hats. We've had lots of baseball caps. I always worry about people missing their clothes.
Like, at a certain point, like after 7 years, you're just letting your cat steal things, is what's happening there.
I think you've looked at your teeth. If there's a thief within your family, it's do we stitch them out or not? But after 7 years, you got to say you need to get a job, right?
Yeah.
This is outrageous.
You need to cop the fuck on here.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
Would you say you had a child who was stealing things? Do you just let him do it until he's 7, or do you stop that early?
How good is he?
I mean, he's getting like AirPods and stuff like that.
Well, I mean.
Connor, we're on mic. We're on mic here.
What? Sorry, what? Oh, no, I would report him to the police.
Good. Excellent work.
Even if he's 3 and he's going around stealing AirPods, I think that's impressive. But at the same time, law dictates I don't sell out my own 3-year-old son for stealing things.
I mean, depends what he's done to me recently. I would sell out your 3-year-old son.
Has he eaten all of his veggies? Because if he has, then we should probably leave him alone.
Do you know what he's done? Is he's eaten the carrots, but he's left the parsnip.
I'll tell him I'll tell him that he stole something, but something very small. Like he'll only do like maybe services, clean up around the area.
He only does. No. He doesn't do big stakes.
Officer, he's not doing time, right? Behind bars, but I'm selling him out. So he does something for the area, the local area,
community service kind.
Exactly.
Of thing. That's what'll happen to your son
at 3 years old. So Sean, Gary on the other hand, so Gary's a big deal. Because like Snow, I should say, Gary's favourite booty is footwear, mostly socks and shoes.
Bit of a pervert, are we, Gary?
Locals have started putting their shoes inside their house because if they leave them outside the door, Gary takes them. He also has a penchant for gardening gloves and has collected more than 10 pairs. Over the years, Martin has accumulated bags and bags of clothes that Gary has stolen, and if no one claims them, she eventually takes them to a charity shop.
I mean, that's, I suppose, fair, but... Well, imagine, like, I don't know, 5 years ago, your favourite T-shirt was stolen in the middle of the night. You never figured out what happened to it. Just some little hairs left on the windowsill.
So weird, like, nobody broke in. There was never signs of anything else being stolen.
Yeah, who steals just one shirt, like?
Yeah.
And then you're just, I don't know, walking around the local charity shop one day, and you see it, and you know it's yours, and you can't explain how it got there.
Well, Marcia says, fortunately though, Shaun, crime doesn't run in Gary's family, as her other cats, Gary's brothers, have never stolen a thing in their lives. Right. Just Gary, he's a fucking psychopath.
I mean, there's always one in the family, isn't there?
One.
There's always one who'll just take the piss.
Yeah.
He starts pushing his luck. The other goes off to be a doctor or a podcast host or something.
Snow is half Burmese, so they can be quite intelligent and even crafty, said Purcell, Snow's owner.
Okay, racially profiling the cat. Like,
yeah. Cat's like, bro, what the fuck?
I would wager all cats are quite clever and crafty, right? Like,
I think all cats, yeah, they're fairly clever now.
Yeah, like they have. I think there was something that cats don't see us as as different to them. They just see us
as helpers.
Helpers. Yeah, just like they're in control. Which I don't think a cat would evolve like that without being a little bit clever.
Apparently, the vet that she told just laughed in her face.
Don't tell a vet! Like, if my son was stealing things, I wouldn't tell the doctor as my first port.
What's the doctor going to do? He's fucked.
Yeah, paediatrician's just going to be like, I mean, maybe tell the police or...
So apparently he said that it could be related to like cats bringing in birds that they've killed as offerings, but they're doing it for socks.
Right, so they're trying to help their humans. Are they critiquing their human sense of style?
Maybe that's it. It's like... I was going to do a very Irish reference there, but I can't.
Do it.
I'll do Gockwad. They're like Gockwad in cat form.
Can I, just for me, what were you going to say?
Trinity and Susanna.
That's pretty good.
A 2005 fashion show.
It could have been like RTE's Off the Rails.
Oh, it was good. It was a good one now, back in the day.
It was the good old days. Yeah, look, I mean, like, they're reporting on this story, right?
Yeah.
And they're bringing awareness to the fact.
Well, why they're bringing awareness, Shaun, is for the last line of the article. Because they say the cat gang might even be prospecting for new young members. I heard there's a little kitten in Matue who has just started stealing too, said Purcell. So Purcell thinks Gary and Snow started this gang and have lured a young kitten in to kind of teach them the ways.
Fucking expanding the operation.
Exactly.
They're having like children using... I mean, a kitten would be a lot smaller and easier to get into other places.
And also, if you got caught, you could blame it on the kitten.
That's true. And then, like, who's going to prosecute a kitten? Nobody.
It's a kitten. Like, it's... Like, who's going to be... The jury's going to be all lined up. The kitten's in the defence booth.
Officer, you gotta be kidding me. The jury applauds.
You just need to bring in the poster of hang in there. Look at this, Your Honour. Please.
Well, it's such a fall from grace.
So, I mean, Shaun, there's cat gangs going around stealing things.
Yeah.
What are we to do with it? How do we stop them? Is there any way to stop them?
I mean, and hear me out here. What if we got a police force that was all dogs?
Oh, I think you're getting quite close to Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol, they have all different versions of like emergency vehicles, you know?
Yeah.
So you got Rocky, you got Sky. You got Marshall, he's the fire dog.
Why is he not called Sam? That's a slam dunk.
Look, who can say? But I know, I think you get like the K9 unit, but just for like, no, not even like a police force, but like a neighbourhood watch. But it's just
of
all
dogs,
just
of good boys.
Of good boys. The local dogs all meet up and hang out.
Yeah.
They all drink some beers, and then they just walk around for a bit and see if there's any cats stealing things.
The cats are way too smart for that shit. Like, they'd be like proper like sneaking around in the shadows.
Yeah.
They're just like, at the moment of like the dog walks past and they're just like in the bushes. And then they just slowly pop out.
But at least there's a presence, on the street.
Oh,
People would feel safer if this squad of good boys
I don't
was
think
walking
Gary
around.
gives a fuck about dogs. I think Gary, he's too far gone at this stage. He's 14 years in. Nobody's even tried to stop him.
Maybe that's Gary's claim to fame, is that he killed a dog in prison.
He killed 2 dogs at the same time.
He's got a little like bone tattooed under his eye.
I've got teardrops for each dog I've killed. I always look like I'm weeping.
That's such a bad movie line I've never heard before.
So, Shaun, we're going to have to move on to our next piece of news. But thank you, David, for bringing that to our attention. We have to keep an eye on that because these cats, they're getting out of control.
Yeah, if this turns into like a string of robberies, we might be the only ones capable of solving it. Maybe.
How?
Police force of dogs, Connor.
But is that us, or is that just hiring the dogs?
We'll go over and we'll recruit and hire the dogs. We'll train them to walk around with a beer in their hand.
Yeah.
That's key to the whole operation.
Random thought.
Go ahead.
I was watching a Louis Theroux documentary last night, or was it the night before, about dogs in LA, right?
Okay.
This is years old. I think it was just on like, it must have been on Gold or like W or some shit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But it was years old, right? And there was this dog. Everyone's probably already seen this, or if you have seen this, you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, so it's a whole documentary about the craziest dogs in LA or in America or whatever. And Louis going around, and all these dogs are all in cages, and they're just like fucking killers, right? And there's this woman who's this lovely old woman, and she has this big white dog that is just the biggest killer you've ever seen in your life. That, like, Louis took like 10 yards, he was 10 yards away from it and took a step. The dog just was like, nah. I just started barking, and was like, was going to eat him, but he was in a cage. This woman had to build a cage in her backyard to put the dog in 24 hours a day.
What the fuck?
So Louis, then they go, right, we're going to this dog whisperer, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, we're going to go to this dog whisperer, and we're going to try and bring this dog and see what the dog whisperer can do. And you can imagine my eye roll when they're like a dog whisperer, right?
Yeah.
And so they go to the guy, and he's the most LA man, fake white teeth, clearly had the hair job done. He looks ridiculous, right? He's an army camo, but he's like a dog whisperer.
So the dogs don't see him coming.
And I'll be like, I'm sitting there going, there's not a fuck, this man's going to die, and it's going to be hilarious, right? And so he's talking to Lou, and he's like, I don't shout at them, I don't bark, I don't like scream at them, I don't train them to sit or kneel or like roll over. All that's bullshit, okay? I just live with them. I just stay with their energy, I live with them, and then
Such
they
an
calm
LA
down.
phrase.
And I'm like, this man's, he's dead. Like,
Someone stop him.
like, so then he goes, go get the dog. Right? And I'm like, no, right? And then, so the poor woman goes out to her car, and she gets the dog, and he goes, leave the dog in the back seat. And he walks up to the car door, and grabs the lead, and then opens the car. The dog has a muzzle on it, by the way, at this point.
Right.
And so immediately the dog is like freaking wants to eat him. And he literally just goes, I'm going to remove the muzzle. And I was like, no.
This man's going to lose a hand.
And so before he does though, he like straddles the back of the dog and like just puts his hand on the dog's head, right?
Okay.
And he just stands there and does that. And I'm like, what's he doing? And Louis like, what's he doing? And the woman's like, what the fuck is he doing? And he's just like, I'm just living with him. Nobody's ever done this. He's very scared. I don't know what's going on. And he stays like that for like 30 seconds. And then he removed the muzzle. And the dog didn't bark. Didn't do anything.
What the fuck?
And everyone stopped. It was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
That's genuinely really impressive. And he's a man. He sounds like a man who doesn't look impressive at all.
No, it looked like it was going to end in death because it was this killer dog, and he just within 30 seconds of just touching his head, and immediately the dog was like, "Ah, yeah, fair enough. No, you're dead right. Nobody's ever talked to me like that.
You're sound. Thanks for that. I appreciate it."
And then eventually he gets off the dog. And the dog just never barked again.
The dog was just chilled out.
Just walking around, sitting down.
What happened when that man left, though? Did he just go back to being a prick of a dog?
No, the dog. Then they decided to have a drive around LA, and they put the dog in the front seat beside Louis, and the dog's just sticking its head out the window. Happy as Larry.
Oh my God.
It's the best thing ever.
I need to watch this. That sounds class.
It's like a really small clip. It was only like a minute and a half long. And I remember watching it going, this man's going to die. And then when he didn't and it worked immediately, I was like, this man needs to get paid so much more money.
I wonder what he's up to now. I wonder is he still chatting to dogs?
I just assume he's the greatest man to ever live. He was talking such bullshit. He was doing all the LA like quips. And don't believe in your dreams and your dreams will believe in you and all that bullshit, right? But he got the job done. That was the most impressive thing of it all.
Jesus. I mean, fair play to Louis for driving beside that dog.
I'm telling you, watch that documentary just for that one scene, because I laughed so much when it fucking worked. Right. But yeah, we're moving on to our next piece of news. Random Louis Taruta. But I have, Shaun, pretty big news. And it's, to be honest with you, the fact that this is in the middle of weird news this week probably says a lot about our current climate, because Bigfoot, or a Bigfoot creature, has been seen walking in the woods, Shaun.
I mean, we're always nervous when these stories come up, because I mean, one day it's going to be true, you know? What if this is that time? 2
hikers claim that they've spotted scary Bigfoot creature while walking in the woods, Shaun.
Okay, so they claim it. And is there evidence? Is there photographic evidence?
There's a video. After hearing strange noises out in the woods, 2 local men claim they managed to film a huge, hairy creature as it stepped among the trees in a snow shower in Ohio this week.
Okay.
Posting their video on YouTube, they were convinced that they had found evidence that the Bigfoot, also known as the Sasquatch, or the Ohio Grassman. I mean, have you ever heard? That sounds like he's really into weed.
I mean, it's Ohio. I don't know anything about Ohio.
It's the Ohio Grassman himself.
I mean, 2 of those names are way cooler than Ohio Grassman.
The latest footage of the strange mythical beast captured this year has been slammed by fake by doubters, Shaun, because this might be something that you won't believe. It's filmed from a distance between trees, very hard to make out what they're looking at.
Shit.
That's where he always lives.
Bigfoot is crafty, man. He knows the limits of modern recording technology.
Yeah. On screen, they explain how they discovered hair and bones, probably from several deer, in piles of leaves in the woods. Looks like they're ripped apart pretty good, said one, as a howling noise was heard in the distance. They used a drone to pinpoint where the sound was coming from and followed the trail. Their snowy footage follows a creature that looks a bit like a very upright ape as it moves through the wood, and then zooms in on its back as it lurks behind a nearby tree, just far enough away that you can't really make out what's going on.
My God, I'm trying to find the clip, right? And there's a little bit of it. Here's a little bit of it. It looks like a tall man in a hoodie.
That's the thing, though. Like, we've always said it. Everyone has a camera now, so the Bigfoot has adapted. And what he's done is he's learned modern technologies that everyone's TikToking, everyone's Instagramming, everyone's constantly on video. He needs to be more crafty.
He's wearing a baseball hat.
Okay. He's into sports, but he's crafty into sports.
He loves the Cleveland Browns. Is that it?
He loves the Cleveland Browns and he doesn't care who knows it, but he doesn't like to be caught on film.
I think it's a Patagonia jacket.
Look, in the video, they're saying, look at it. It's not a person. You can see all the hair. The hair is grey and black, remarks one of the men. After they lose sight of their quarry and try searching up at the famous Bigfoot Ridge, but they admit defeat. So I guess the ultimate question is, was this the Ohio grassman? Was this Bigfoot? Or was this something completely different? No.
I mean, probably the Ohio grassman, in that it's probably just a man walking around in the grass
probably
in
just
Ohio.
A weed dealer walking around the forest.
Yeah, a man receiving the latest drop, you know?
The latest drop.
I don't know how to talk about drugs.
The latest drop of Mary Jane.
Marijuana. Like, he's very clearly wearing denim.
Would you stop, Shaun? That's not the way to look at this. This is Bigfoot.
Why are they, like, why... The framing of this shot, like, they didn't even try to, like, move past the fucking tree that's in the middle of most of these bits of footage. It's just there and you have to make do.
By the way, this article tries to... The only reason I brought this up is because I think this is the stupidest one I've seen in a while. But also because this article then goes on. Previous witness accounts described a mythical creature as between... And you'll never... This between, by the way, is the biggest fucking between you'll ever hear about. 6 foot and 15 foot tall.
That's too varied in height.
I was looking at him. He's about 6'3", 14'9", something like that.
I think anything above 9 foot is absolutely unbelievable as a Bigfoot creature.
Like, you're absolutely not going to say... If you seen a 14-foot tall monster, you would not go, he's about 6'3".
Yeah, you would not... You wouldn't even estimate the height. You would say, I don't know, he's like as big as a house or something like that.
So, Shaun, what do you think this is? I mean, there's video evidence. Like, I'm giving you video evidence of Bigfoot. This is the biggest news story since the previous video evidence we had of Bigfoot all those years ago.
But, I mean... And that video evidence was doubtful when it came out. I'm still reviewing the footage here.
Oh, yeah, the footage is very thorough. It's important to know everything that happens in it.
Just imagine a human-shaped figure slowly ambling around through dense brush, some snow, which is going to wreck a YouTube video anyway. Yeah. And imagine the person holding the camera just stays in the one spot and doesn't move hardly at all.
Why would you move? You'd only get shaky cam. Nobody likes shaky cam. They're taking a headshot.
You can stabilise footage now, my dude.
Now, within that article, by the way, it said that they used a drone to find out where the sound was coming from. So that meant they had a drone.
Yeah, where they could have gotten any kind of... You could track him with the drone and see where he lives.
Yeah, but that's stupid, Shaun. What we need to do is on the ground, shaky cam footage, stick it on a tripod. We're not moving. We're not budging an inch. Let's hope he walks towards us.
Why not make some effort to contact? Just why not make some effort? Like this, it's just... the more I look, it's a man... with grey and black hair and a jacket because it's snowing and he's got a hat on.
Well, I mean, they had to film him, but they didn't tell him the camera was on. So they didn't tell him that. It was cold in between shots.
Wait, as in, like, you think this was a paid actor? I
think this is actually Bigfoot, but he's just got the chills.
Oh, you think Bigfoot is cold?
I think that's what's happened here. Like, I'm completely in. So I just assume Bigfoot, he's putting a coat on because it might rain.
I mean, he is, but he's the Ohio grassman, Connor. He should be well equipped for this terrain.
Not when it's snowing.
I mean...
he's not called the Ohio Snowman, is he?
He's got a ridge named after him.
Okay,
of course he lives here year round.
It's so amazing that we've never gotten a better look than that one time in the 70s.
So it's one of my favourite comedians is Mitch Hedberg, and he has a joke. I think Bigfoot is just blurry.
Yeah. He's actually, everyone else is blurry to him, but he's just constantly moving sideways.
He's like vibrating so fast. So
He's
that
the Flash. Bigfoot's the Flash.
Bigfoot is the Flash. Why do you need those big feet? To run so fast.
That's why.
That's why.
That's why he does it. It takes him 4 steps for the normal humans 50. That's why he's so fast.
It's all checking out.
So, Shaun, we're moving on to a very small story, but one that made me laugh. So, just the headline, I feel like, really sums up what makes me just enjoy weird news, because I have park bench dedicated to man who used to sit and shout at seagulls to fuck off.
That's the dream. It doesn't get any better than that.
I mean, and there's never once I'm going to look at that headline and think, I'm not going to talk about that on Weird News. There's no other real bits of news to this article other than the fact that they've given a park bench dedicated to a man who used to sit and shout at seagulls to fuck off.
I love that that's this man's legacy. That's what he leaves behind in this world.
Father, son, told the seagull to fuck off.
Like, it's... Because, and I'm assuming he did other things in his life, probably had a job, probably had a family, but the main element of his character in the last few years has been that he would just tell seagulls to go fuck themselves.
So a unique but rather rude park bench memorial created a stir after being dedicated to a man who would sit and shout obscenities at seagulls. The memorial plaque read, "In loving memory of Hugh Davies, used to sit here and shout, fuck off at the seagulls."
They printed fuck off on the plaque.
Oh, it's on the plaque.
Oh, man.
Well, it's F***K.
Oh, but everyone knows what that means.
Yeah, feck. History professor James Vaughan, who took the photo of the bench, said that he was having a stroll through the park with his family when he found it and tweeted, "By some distance the best park bench memorial I've ever encountered."
I like that though. That's clearly he was friends with the people in the park and they were like, he'd find this funny.
Well, you say that, Shaun, but I have bad news.
Oh?
The post received over 150,000 likes for this very small town. And some users found the funny side. But the Jobsworth Council staff have since torn the plaque down.
No!
Yes.
Get fucked. No, that's the worst thing they could do, though. Because now it's open season. Yeah. Okay, now you can do whatever you want and you can honour that man's memory with that bench in whatever way you want. I think there's going to be a big neon sign saying fuck off.
That's just people who don't get the joke. So the staff council, or the council who just take themselves too seriously, have come along and taken back down the memorial that somebody had put up onto the bench.
But But it had been up for ages, presumably, and no one complained.
It had been up for a while, yeah, without anyone noticing it. But it took one person taking a picture, and then once they hit 150,000 likes for this small Welsh town, they were like, "Nah, I'm taking that down."
But but if they're that easy to intimidate, right? They'll be that easy to sway the other way. To be like, would you not put it back? It'd be funny.
Someone wrote, "This is the kind of legacy I hope to leave behind myself." And some other people were saying how Hugh seems like the person I'd love to have met. I think we would have gotten on. Someone said, go on.
I was going to say, do you think if this happened in Ireland and the Irish government took it down, do you think there'd be uproar? I think there'd be uproar.
I think so. I think in Ireland I think Ireland would be similar to Wales and probably Scotland. Yeah,
I think we'd all get on very well, all of us.
Yes, we all know who we're talking about.
My uncle used to go sit at the same seat in the same bar whenever he went in. And it got to the point that they actually had a brass nameplate made and they screwed it to the bar where he sat.
No way.
So that he could kick people out of his seat and say, "My name is on it."
That's a classic tale of alcoholism in Ireland.
Runs in the family.
Yes. I just want to be so much of a day drinker that I have my own stool.
Day, afternoon, night, whenever it is.
Sure. What time do you open? 11. I'll be there fucking 11:05 by 11:05.
McDonald's breakfast it is.
Shaun, that's just a headline that really made me laugh. I feel like they should have kept it up. I think now a spokesperson for the county council said an unauthorised plaque has been placed by an unknown person on an existing bench within the castle grounds. The plaque has been removed as we did not put it up.
Get over yourself, though. It's a free plaque at the end of the day.
So apparently the council have to give out approval to the wording of all plaques that are installed.
They say that, but this hero just put up a plaque on his own and no one gave a shit.
Well, nobody and everyone enjoyed it.
Yeah, everyone was grand with it, and just the council was like, no, we have to be the official plaque approvers.
I have another very small story of just something that broke on the freeway, or the highway I should say, in Dallas this week. Because an 18-wheeler struck a bridge in Dallas and crashed before dawn on Monday. And we've covered a few things that have spilled, but this one was 35,000 pounds of eggs.
Oh, they were all in one basket. No, lads.
How do you report that back?
Oh, you're not going to believe this.
It's not 35,000 eggs. 35,000 pounds of eggs.
How many eggs is that then?
I don't know how many eggs 35,000 pounds is, but if it's an 18-wheeler and it's stocked from bottom to top with eggs, that's an awful lot of eggs.
Yeah. Did any survive? Because they were in cartons, I assume. Or, they were just loose eggs in the back of the truck.
Well, they spilled onto the road, so it spilled 35,000 pounds of eggs onto the highway.
Oh, God. Is there a photo of this? I need to see. Okay, it largely just looks like a truck that was... Oh, there's all the eggs. Oh, there's so many eggs on the road.
Oh, they're scrambled.
Oh, it's Texas as well. It's going to be a hot day.
Oh, no. Do you want a fried one or a boiled one? I can't do an omelette, a lovely little omelette. Now, what we needed was a truck carrying maybe spinach, some tomatoes, crashing into it. You got a lovely spinach tomato omelette.
That's but how do you? Are you hoping that the spinach truck crashes next, and then the ham truck crashes? Yeah,
I'm thinking, but the ham truck has to be sliced ham.
Oh. Yeah, that's fair. I like a pancetta maybe. I could take some chunks.
Oh yeah, because you're not going to put a whole ham into the fucking egg.
Not at all. That'd be too much protein for one man, Connor.
It's almost too big. Once the ham becomes bigger than the omelette or the pan, then you're at nothing.
It's some kind of, I don't know, reverse chorizo situation. But the smell, we always come back to this with the big spills. The smell after 6 hours of them baking in the sun. Just
think of the driver just ringing back to his boss, just being like, "Look, you know those 35,000 pounds of eggs I was bringing? Well, I slightly crashed, and eggs, they're cracky. I will say they're cracky."
Sorry, boss. Just random question, just out of the blue here. How many hens do we have? Right, and they're still there. Okay, good.
Get fucking plucking, boy. Get going.
We're gonna need some eggs. I'm not gonna lie, but there's no use crying over spilt milk. No, the milk is fine. Milk
is absolutely fucking grand. In terms of dairy, that's fucking lovely, right? I'm thinking of eggs.
And I mean, they were on their way to a supermarket or a restaurant or something, I'm imagining.
I'm assuming a supermarket, yeah.
Yeah. Just all the gym bros just furious in the supermarket.
They're cracking up, I would say, Shaun.
Oh, very good. Yeah. They're over easy.
Do you know who's the most disgusted by this?
Go ahead.
The soldiers.
Well, look at the sunny side up of the situation.
Boiled. So we're going to finish off this week with a US woman, Shaun, who, I mean, I've heard of following your GPS to the absolute end degree, right? To the end, right? But US woman drives downstairs of police station following GPS.
What? No, oh, sorry, outside stairs. Okay.
A 26-year-old woman can relate, only she has a one-up. And they started this article, by the way, of talking of Michael Scott from The Office. So listen, Michael Scott blindly, on his car's navigation system, drove the rental into a lake because the GPS told him so. Well, this 26-year-old US woman can relate. Only she has a one-up on the world's favourite boss. Did they recently watch The Office on Netflix or something?
It must have been that, or like they're trying to get clicks based off of Michael Scott Lake GPS searches.
Because the motorist drove down the stairs of a police station in real life. The Portland woman, accused of drunk driving after she allegedly attempted to drive down the stairs of a police station, has blamed her GPS. So it wasn't the drink officer. It was the GPS.
If I'd been sober, I could have made it, first of all. But the GPS told me to go slower.
The 26-year-old drove through the police department's garage and across its pedestrian plaza in Portland, Maine, and then eventually ended up going back down the stairs on the other side. The woman then allegedly tried to drive her SUV down the stairs to get to the street where
It's like she played Grand Theft Auto recently or something,
yes,
where you can kind of just do anything with the car.
The driver, who has not been named, told the officers she was simply following instructions from her GPS and did not even know that she wasn't on the road when she had gone up the stairs, driven on, I would assume concrete. That
in a pedestrian plaza, yeah.
A pedestrian plaza that had lots of people walking, and then went back down the other stairs on the other side to get back down to the road.
Didn't occur to her once that maybe I shouldn't be here. Maybe I should stop.
Shortcut.
Maybe I should stop and ask the lovely police officers for directions.
Officer, how do I get to the road?
If you could point me in the direction of some kind of Roman form of travel, I would be delighted.
And their waterways, excellent as well, Your Honour. The driver, as I said, but the responding officers felt it was her excessive blood alcohol level that mainly caused her to do this. So, two different stories here. We have GPS gone wrong, and she was very, very drunk. So, we don't really know what could have caused it.
No, I think the blame has to be put on the GPS, though. Those things they're always recalculating. You never know whether you're coming or going or not.
Yeah. My favourite, Billy Connolly has the joke of when you go the wrong way, then the lady goes off in a huff. She's all up in herself, and then when she goes the wrong way, she goes silent until you get back to the right road. And she's like, go left. It's like, fucking bitch.
I got us this far.
Didn't I tell you to go left earlier? And you didn't.
It's quite a good joke, actually.
Shaun, what do you think of this woman? I think she could be telling the truth. I just think it's the GPS rather than her being 2 times over the alcohol limit.
Yeah, look, it's a quick thinking to blame the technology. We've all been there. We've all had a GPS tell us to go somewhere that doesn't exist. This'll date me. Do you remember going on family trips and you'd have to download the instructions from the AA website?
No. I actually don't, but that's nothing against you. I just feel like for some reason my dad knew where he was going.
All right,
I don't know why.
Rinse my dad there for a second.
No, because my dad used to drive for work a lot, so he was just like, I don't know where. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. My dad makes road signs, so he probably knew where he was going.
He knew what the signs meant, but he was never on a road.
But I used to make little maps of Ireland, and every town we drive through, I'd draw a little picture to indicate the town. So when I drove through your county, I just drew a horse. That's what it was about. And there was one place I did a big block of cheese.
France?
And what?
France?
France.
Probably in France.
Draw through France. And then Ireland, just a big beer bottle. Why not? I was 6.
Yes. You're just really just stereotyping from a very young age, I would say.
That's the media for you. That's why I don't trust GPS anymore.
Shaun, I feel like this might be the end of Weird News this week.
As in the end of the show? The end of the series?
I said this week, but I mean, it could be the end forever if you want it to be.
No, I think we'll do it next Wednesday.
Are you around?
I am next Wednesday.
Okay.
I'm not the Wednesday after.
Oh, for God's sake.
We'll figure that out. Would you like me to take us out, Connor?
Yes, please.
Thanks everyone for listening to this episode of Weird News Wednesday. We will be back on Friday with Hero or Zero, Monday with Movie Mondays, and next Wednesday with another episode of Weird News Wednesdays. Big thank you to everyone over on the Patreon who continues to support the show week on week and month on month. Those are all excellent people, and so shout outs have to go to Waffles, the magic undisputed king of Aotearoa New Zealand, Ciara Lawler, David Clarke, Ed Ball, Joe Burney, Róisín the wife Palmer, Ryan Right Time Evanson, Shaun Grow Your Mo for a Bro Jamieson, Dominic, Jessiah Florida Gal Green, Anna Hjelmroos, Lil Dicky I told 2 people about this show, and now anything is possible with a handful of meth. McGrew.
True.
Danny McLaughlin, Ray, I can't believe Wanda did this, Sam, Michelle Browne, Michaela Doughty, and Sackman41. Thank you all for the support. You're all absolutely amazing. Head on over to the Patreon if you want to support the show. Other ways that you can do so are also linked in the description. There is the merch store, heroesforhire.ie/shop. We have the Twitter, it's at Heroes for Hire Pod, the 4 is the number 4. Facebook is Detective Divilment's discussion group, or Heroes for Hire Podcast. Instagram is Heroes for Hire Podcast. TikTok is Heroes for Hire Podcast. And the best way to ever help out the show is to tell one human being that we exist.
Just the one, please.
And I think that's about it, Connor.
I think so. So I've been Ciara Lawler.
I've been Shaun Meehan.
I'll see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.